You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Wednesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series. It's championship night tonight. And somebody's sadistic because we are hosting championship night at one of the smallest and toughest racetracks on the entire service. 12 points is the difference between first and second. Corey Blevins holds that slim lead over Adam Vinny. One thing different you'll see tonight that we haven't seen pretty much all season, there will be no invert for the top 4 in points. They'll start wherever they qualify. Might be good for some and bad for others. Might be good for all of them. We're not sure. We just know no invert. Bounty will be up for grabs for anybody that is not in that top 4 that can best the rest of the field. But right now it was a streak for Corey Blevins, and it turned into a streak for Adam Vinny that has brought it right back to being a very, very tight points battle. If you tuned in last night for ERA, they canceled the show. Really small car count for that group, so we're going to give them next week, see what they can do about coming up with some more drivers. It wouldn't have been a very good show even for 50 laps with 4 cars. So, hello, Jennifer, over on the Twitch, and to Bill and Jane on our YouTube. Guys, we don't care where you're watching from. Shout out, say hi. Let us know where you're at. Or if you got a favorite driver, make sure that you shout their name out. Get a good look here at our points leader currently. We'll see. We'll see what it comes down to. We know that if he finishes second, Vinny has to max out on points, which I don't think there's any points for hard charger from the back of the field tonight. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Quick reminder about the rest of the week tomorrow night. That is what we got. We got Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series, doubleheader for them. Next week, we'll see. ERA might be back on Tuesday. Then these guys will be off, and we'll have Netcode Esports. The following week, we start to fill it back in. We got Monday. We should have Tuesday. We may have Wednesday, and we will have Thursday. And then the week after that, we're going to have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So in the next couple, 2-3 weeks, it's going to start to really get crowded here on the network. For the next season on this series, we are going to try to come up with a fun game that isn't too easy to win, but isn't too hard to win, for some great prizes that are going to be getting put up. So make sure you mark your Wednesday calendars down. These boys will be back in action again here. It's going to be a couple of weeks, I think. I know they got some let's have some fun and play a round race next week, and then I don't know if they're coming right back the week after that or if they're going to wait until the following week, but we know they're not going to be off for more than a week or two. So, for those of you that like the truck stuff, October the 5th, new series on the network. 10 weeks of racing for those guys. They have a variety of tracks scheduled. They'll kick off at about 9:30 Eastern every week on Sunday nights. This is 100 laps here tonight. Hopefully, by the time we come back again with more pavement stuff, I'll be able to get the new overlays working. I haven't been able to get some of the components to work, so I've reached out and see if I can get some technical support. Trying to improve things. That's what we do. Your number 4 car in the points right there. It's 31 of Jacob Watson. I'm trying to find. He's not on the track. Oh, yeah, there he is. There is your number 3 in points, Brock Bigelow in the 27. Ooh. And Brock's going to promptly put that thing into the inside wall and go to a backup car. New paint for the 25. He has got it all kinds of fancied up. We know Kevin's going through a lot. Hey, you know what I forgot about this week? I better tell you all about that. There's a charity race Sunday. Going to be live here on the network. I'm looking for the info right now, just so that I can tell you, because I know it's here. Well, I'm going to have to go look a little deeper, it looks like. Let's go here. Yeah. Yeah, right there. I think we are going at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central for this race. Can't show you the flyer because I don't have one saved for it. But I think that does it for the warm-up session. It's time for qualifying. These guys will go. I cannot give you our Dash for Cash drivers yet because the new rules, and they're starting that this week, it will be qualifying positions will be drawn. Those drivers will be eligible for Dash for Cash. There is your second place points right now, and he's won the last couple. So we'll see what he can do here on the short track. Under the pressure, he's got to make up the points. Trying to go watch Blevins. He just got ready to roll out. First time around, 1892, faster than his practice laps. He's over a tenth quicker than his practice laps. Kevin Spaulding in 1912. Then Jonathan Scott, Garrett Boyd, Brock Bigelow in that top five. Here comes Jacob Watson second quick. Right almost on his practice time. Corey Blevins rolling out. Once they're done, we will get everything lined up real quick. I got a lot of writing to do. Because I got to figure out who's starting where. And Corey Blevins, only ninth quick, 1934, so he's quite a ways off. But Jonik, Boyd, Mike Forstner's on track, Coy Callis. Here's Brandon Mackey. Mackey was in the top 4 in points for a long time this season. Just the last couple of weeks, he's fallen out. We'll see what kind of time Brandon Mackey goes 8th quick. Todd Keir just crossed the line. What kind of time does he go? 10th quick. Brandon Mackey jumps to 3rd quick in 1908, so he's right there. And Todd Keir. Keir did not move. Bigelow. And Spaulding. So our Dash for Cash drivers, Kevin Spaulding, Brock Bigelow, Tyler Chazon, Dylan Herman, and Coy Callis are your Dash for Cash drivers tonight. Hello, Jay Church. All right, so we got our 10 drivers eligible to pick up the bounty. Our top 4 will not be eligible because they didn't have to go to the back this week. So, unfortunate for them. They're tearing up some cars over there on the high limit race. I have that on the TV above my head right now. So, they've torn a bunch of them up. We're just waiting for them to swap from qualifying to the race. At the end, we'll know who the champ is. We'll get them. We'll get them in here to talk to them whether they finish in the top 3 or not. A lot of action, guys. It is going to be a crazy one tonight, for sure, for sure, for sure. Starting grid will be your starting grid tonight as we'll look at row number 1. That's the 11 of Adam Vinny. Second in the points. Trails by 12 coming into the night. He's got Jacob Watson, the 31, beside him. Brandon Mackey, the 99, and Kevin Spalding in the 25 make row 2. The 21 of Garrett Boyd, the 51 of Jonathan Scott. They fill in row number 3. Your 4th row is the 107 of Austin Demore and the 3 of Paul Bajonic. Brock Bigelow, 3rd in the points. 27 truck starts the 5th row on the inside, and he'll have the 88 of Todd Keir on the outside of him. Points leader, Corey Blevins, the 24, all the way back in 11th spot, and with the 44 of Tyler Chazon. Dylan Herman in the 777. He's got the 7th row inside starting duties, and the 4 of Mike Forstner will be on his outside. Michael Everett in the 8. Coy Callis the 2. Inside and out. Make up row number 8. Your 9th row is the 19. Russell Harold inside. Stephen Pearson in the 83 on the outside. And the 125 of Jacob Mashburn. Well, he gets to play Outback Jack tonight for this 100-lap A main. Corey Day with a flat tire as they get ready to roll off. 100 times. This plays tricky enough, and 100 times around. 200 sets of corners. It is real easy to get ahead of yourself, get your truck out of shape, and that's when issues start to present themselves. And I can tell you for sure, I practiced with the guys on Monday night, or last night. Maybe it was last night. I think it was last night for a few minutes, and it's super tricky getting around here. Not one of my favorite places to begin with. But it is super tricky getting around here. Up in the backstretch. Get a little bit of temperature up in the engine. Looks like we're going around one more time anyway because that pace car did not drop off right there. He would have dropped off at the end of the backstretch. Championship night, and it is going to be a fun one for sure. All right, pace car out of the way. That means we get to the start zone over here, right at the exit of turn number 4. We're going to get a green flag. Right as we got into the start zone, and they're underway for 100 laps on championship night here for the Midwest Truck Series. Oh, pole sitter Vinny. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Watson got super wide in 1 and 2. Maxie got loose off the corner, truck spinning at the back. I think that's Mike Forstner. He may not bring out a caution as he slid into the pit road. He slid in backwards, but he slid into pit road. I think we're going to stay green here. Vinny's out front. Watson, Mackey. Oh, Mackey loose again. He got into Garrett Boyd, who straightens him up. Mackey's going to lose spots over it. But we're going to stay green. I'm telling you, it is so easy So simple to get the truck out of shape, getting out of the corners. It does not take a lot of effort. There goes another one around. That's Austin DeMoore. Caution for the first time tonight. Surprised it took that long. 107, I think he's going to get loose on his own. I think Spalding is going to get into him without. Yeah, right there. You can see it starting to drift. Nobody got him till Mackey right there. And I'll tell you what, Brock Bigelow got real lucky right there. He missed the nose of that 107 truck coming back down off the fence. So, caution one at lap number 4. Blevins is inside the top 10 now. He's up to 9th. He started 11th, so a couple of spots up for him. Todd Keir started 10th. He's up to 5th. Michael Everett started 15th. He's up to 10th. Mike Forstner and Brandon Mackey both off track. Forstner got spun to the entrance of pit road, and then he jumped on the throttle and got the truck spun around and got right back out. So he is going to have it looked at, make sure everything is good. Brandon Mackey's going to have him pull the nose out just a little bit on that left front corner where he got into DeMoore. DeMoore's got a little bit of a bow in the spoiler. He got into it with the left rear, and it kind of bent that spoiler around to the left side. So we'll see what he can do with that truck. It might actually help him a little bit. Forstner will come around, get in front of him. We should double up this time, I think. Yep, lights go off on our pace car, and that means we are ready to go back to green. Vinny and Watson are still first and second. Vinny moved to the outside of the front row. Then Boyd and Spalding. Keir and looks like Bigelow is up there on the outside of that third row. Scott, Bojanic, Everett, and Blevins. So I think Blevins is on the inside there. And he is. The green flag back out. Whoa! Spun tires or a missed shift, and Garrett Boyd got into the back of Watson right there. Gave him a little push, got him out of the way. Watson's hanging on to third temporarily. Here comes Bigelow. You can run the top here. You got to be just about as careful up there as you do on the bottom. Bigelow slid in front of Spalding. Short track racing, it's going to get tight. And it's going to get tight real quick. You can see the gap. First to second. It is almost a second. Blevins now up to 8th. I feel like that could have been Dylan Herman that slid enough to cause smoke off of the right rear of that 777 truck last time he came out of turn 4. Austin DeMoore, 107 truck, is taking that thing to pit road. I think that truck was really loose, and he may have spun that out and headed for pit road because that truck was so loose. Our top 3, and Brock Bigelow slid into 4th. Spalding is still 5th. Corey Blevins up to the 7th, and he might be going after 6th place Todd Kier right here. He's going to pull to the inside. Going to come up in the center, little diamond of the corner. Pretty good. It's going to take a few laps, but Johnnick got loose out of 4. And he had to pedal the truck a little bit to get it back up underneath him. Now it looks like Blevins is going to surge on by and get around Kier. That'll put him up to 6th. .7 seconds. Adam Vinny out in front. He's cruising. He's going to have it easy. Garrett Boyd is up to 2nd. Start about 5th. He's up to 2nd. Watson started 2nd. He is running in the 3rd spot. Rough restart on that last restart. I think he spun the tires. Jonathan Scott in 8th. Paul Bojanic runs in 9th, and then Michael Everett is here in the top 10. He had fun at practice the other night. Herman, Pearson, Chazon. Forstner got his truck fixed. He's going to go around Chazon right there. Move Forstner to 13th. Chazon back to 14th. Brandon Mackey after troubles early now. Still got the left front of that truck a little mashed up. But he is working his way back up through the field. Up to 15th. Harold Callis. Austin DeMore looks like he's retired. Jacob Mashburn may have retired as well. So he may have already lost a couple. Vinny just cruising around. Considerably faster than the rest of the field. Over a 10th. Lap upon lap. The longer this goes, the more we're going to see that wiggle out the corners because the tires get really angry.
All right, man.
Caution 44 truck. Chazon. Looked like it wiggled getting into that corner. We'll see if he gets feisty coming out. He does. Very light contact with the inside wall, but he's covering. Oh, my. That was a dangerous thing to do right there. So we'll go caution number 2. There goes Kevin Spaulding, going to head for pit road. Top 3 stayed out. Bigelow stayed out. 5th place went in. Corey Blevins going to go in and get some new shoes on that 24 truck. Interesting. Going to put him deep in the field because a lot of guys stayed out. There had been a dozen stayed out. That's going to be about 11 of them. Yeah. So at least a restart will come somewhere 12th or 13th for him, which is about where he started the race originally. We'll keep mentioning cautions about every 25 laps and see what we can do. Nice and easy. 100 laps shouldn't go too long. It shouldn't take a very long. The laps are pretty fast. 13 seconds. So. Vinny Boyd, Watson, Bigelow, Kier, Everett, Herman, Pearson, Forstner, and Harold are going to be the top 10 when we get this thing back under the green flag, which is going to be the next time around. Vinny will take the outside once again. Green flag back in the, oh, I see a tire spin out of the 21. He's going to give up a spot as well, it looks like, because Bigelow has that high side. That boy's going to do a good job of fighting back on the bottom. I just think that high side, you can keep too much momentum. I don't care how short it is around here. It's hard to get up off that corner from the bottom. Todd Keir got a little sideways coming out of that last corner. We're going to watch these two. It's going to be tight for a couple of laps here. It takes several laps to completely execute a pass here. I think Boyd may have it here. He's going to leave that top side open enough that Bigelow got the nose to the quarter. Just can't clear him. And if you stay side by side for too long, the top side is going to prevail because it's too easy to keep your momentum up there, and it's so hard. You got to be so careful. You can see the slide out of the 21. He wants to get that throttle down a little sooner, and it just doesn't go. And I think Bigelow is going to get up here, and he's going to be able to get between Vinny and Boyd right now. So Brock Bigelow up to second. Watson, fourth. Everett now in the top 5. Michael Everett, the 8 truck, having a top 5 run. Here comes Kevin Spaulding after pit. He and Corey Blevins carving through this field. New tires. Blevins will slink right around him, put himself up to 6th. Dylan Herman. Steven Pearson now in the top 10. So is Brandon Mackey once again. Kind of a dogfight behind that. Keir, Forstner, Bajonic, even Jonathan Scott has a piece of this action right here, right now. Back and watch this battle for second. Corey Blevins closed right up on Watson. And when he closed up on him, he wasted no time trying to get to the inside. I think he'll clear him right here. Yeah. Blevins on fresh tires. He's the fastest truck on the track. Kevin Spaulding on the fresh tires trying to get around Watson, put himself back in the top 5 again. Kind of trailing here. Blevins, he is catching up to that battle at second and third. He's going to work on Boyd first. All of this is 2 1/4 seconds behind the leader. Adam Vinny is just on cruise control out there right now. Blevins not having as much luck getting around these two. He needs a little bit of an opening in the 21 to continue to slip and slide around. He may have that spot here. He'll have third. He's going to go for second. He just, the fresh tires making a big difference. Got a good line off the corner. Bigelow fighting back, but I think it's only a matter of time, and I think that time has run out now. Corey Blevins is up to second place. Kevin Spaulding with a big slide out of 4. He'll lose the spot he just got from Watson back as he got a little aggressive with that throttle. Got it sideways, and he's going to have to deal with Brandon Mackey now, who runs back here in the 7th spot. Everett is 8th. Scott and Harmon make up 9 and 10. Then Bojanic right behind him. Pearson is in behind that. Pearson has not been to pit road yet. We're coming up on halfway, too. Vinny's staying out front. He's 2.1 seconds over Blevins right now. Blevins is still a tick quicker. It's just barely showing up on the stopwatch. Bigelow and he and Boyd still battling for 3rd and 4th. Boyd is drifting the truck coming out of the corners. Took a ride with Kevin Spaulding right here. Got to be so methodical with the throttle right there. Can't even get it to full until you get up on the straightaway. A little move to the inside on Watson once again. I just don't think he's close enough, and that high side has a big advantage when the tires start to get a little old. Blevins has chopped it down to a 2.5 seconds, so he's cut 0.7 of a second off in the last 6 laps. Like I said, he is not super noticeably faster on the stopwatch, but he has been quicker. He's cutting it down. He was quite a bit quicker the last time. This time he's only about 1/10 quicker. Bigelow is still holding off Boyd. Watson is still holding off Spaulding. And Mackey now going to get around. Spaulding got loose there. Getting through 1 and 2. Opened the door and Mackey scooched right around him. So Mackey is 6th and Spaulding is now 7th. Let's go look at Everett and Scott because they're going at it here for 8th and 9th. Jonathan Scott keeps pulling out of line. Oh, that's not good. You don't want your left side tires down on the flat trying to get the throttle down. And I saw Jonathan Scott do that the last time we come through the last set of corners. There goes somebody to pit road. Tyler Shea's on the 44 truck. Ooh, I think Stephen Pearson got out of shape out of 4. He was way down by the inside wall. It's down to 1.2 seconds. So a little at a time. 24 truck reeling in that 11 truck. And these are 1 and 2 in the points. They run 2 and 1 on the track. Yeah, about 1/10 of a second quicker each and every lap here. Still about 1/10 of a second quicker. Adam Vinny going to pit road, so we'll follow the 11 truck down pit road. Well, we got Garrett Boyd and Brock Bigelow side by side again there for 2nd and 3rd. You see Mashburn's truck sitting there. We're going to see Bojanic, I think, at some point right there. He's in for service. Looks like Dylan Herman, 777, is going to come to pit road. Adam Vinny is down and away. Now he's got to keep it down on the apron all the way around. He'll do just that. He'll get back out. He's right in front of Todd Keir. Keir currently in 12th. Dylan Herman still getting the service. There goes your leader. He is going by right there. There goes Bojanic rolling out. Bigelow and Boyd have not given up on one another, but I think Brock Bigelow is starting to ease away very gently from Garrett Boyd as Kevin Spaulding has reeled in Garrett Boyd. Garrett Boyd promptly whacks the outside wall down the front stretch. Corey Blevins, last in on lap 22, had 2 or 3 caution laps there. And he is now cruising out here. Adam Vinny, 1 lap down. And he's back at about 11th on the track. He's running right there around those guys, though. He's about to pass Callis. Still lead lap truck, and then Forstner will be next. There's Michael Everett coming out of the pits, and that'll slow his efforts just a tiny bit. But it wouldn't slow it much because Vinny ripped it right around there as soon as he had an opening. Brock Bigelow headed to pit road. Here comes Garrett Boyd as well, and Boyd slid the whole truck getting onto pit road. So watch these two come in and out. That'll get a little shakeup in the running order right now. I don't know if Blevins has to stop again or not. 75 laps-ish. Sounds pretty good. Sounds about right. We didn't restart until about lap 26. Bigelow on his way out. Garrett Boyd's right behind. There went Adam Vinny going by those guys. So that'll put him back in front of them. Blevins is working around the 88. The 88 of Todd Keir, I believe, just come out of the pits. Yeah. Just about 5 laps ago. Oh, truck behind. I was going to say that was the 31 of Watson, and it was. He was sideways right there. He was just in about 9 laps ago. There's Bigelow behind him. Boyd is behind that. They got separated a little on pit road, but they're in 3 and 4, and Vinny's in 1 and 2, and Vinny is ahead of them. On the racetrack. He runs in the 7th spot. Jonathan Scott just rolled into pit road in the 51 truck. We're going to look and say, I don't think Spaulding may need to come to pit road, but he might just be giving some room. We're watching the radio chatter. Yeah, he gave some room to Adam Vinny right there. Or, yeah, to the 11 of Adam Vinny. There goes Jonathan Scott off pit road as Vinny goes by. Vinny, Watson, Bigelow, Boyd. And Boyd is now about to give himself one of his laps back as he goes by your leader. We're coming around. It's going to be just about 31 laps to go. Ooh, your leader popped the fence a little right there. He might be praying for a caution. He may be in trouble. We're going to see from him. We know where he's at. He's coming out of turn 4 to the stripe. And here comes Adam Vinny. So Vinny needs to unlap himself. He is going to get up here and challenge for this. And then he's got to make up a whole lap, and he don't have that many laps to do it. We're running a couple seconds slower now than we were at the start of the race. So only 5 trucks are on the lead lap. And all of those trucks, except for Mike Forstner in the 4 truck, pitted on that second caution. And here comes Coy Callis. Forstner's been out there longer than anybody. He pitted on lap number 4, and he has not pitted again since. Mackey pitted on lap 22 when Blevins pitted. Spalding still out there, and he pitted at the same time. And then your leader, Corey Blevins. Let's see how close Vinny is now at the stripe, and he's just coming out, so he's about 3/4 of a straightaway behind. We're going to be coming around. It's going to be 25 to go here in about a lap and a half. Now it's 0.3 of a second, the difference what your leader's running and what second place in the points Adam Vinny's running. He runs 5th on the track. Old tires versus new. Now we are 25 laps to go. So we've only got about 7 or 8 minutes of this left here, guys. If we stay green, which I am thoroughly and totally surprised, but extremely happy to watch these guys run green flag laps at a place like this. I know the 11 truck wants a caution. He don't want a caution till he gets by the leader, though. And the leader is a full straightaway ahead of him. He needs to make that gap up, get himself unlapped so he can get back. And then he wants a caution for sure. We're going to come around. It's going to be 20 to go here pretty quickly. Yeah, Vinny's looking to make a move on Dylan Herman right here. Free, open, clear track. Stephen Pearson is trailing right behind there in the 83 truck. And now Adam Vinny is right there. The leader is right in front of him. Forstner on them super old tires. Those are about 75 lap old tires right there on the 4 truck. So we're inside 20 to go. Looks like Adam Vinny's going to get himself unlapped right here. Blevins has 8 3/4 seconds over second place Kevin Spalding. The laps are just ticking away. It's almost a half a second difference now. But half a second, I don't think there's enough time for Vinny to get around and get to Corey Blevins before this ends if it stays green. Depending on what camp you're in, you either are waving off for caution, you don't want to see any problems, or you are sitting there, fingers crossed, toes crossed, arms crossed, eyes crossed. You want a caution right now. Pearson will work his way back around, and it looks like he should be 1 lap down. We are just about to it. 15 laps is all that's going to be remaining here. Adam Vinny right there. Here comes the leader. Adam Vinny runs fourth right now, but he's 18 seconds behind the leader. Does Blevins have enough to make it to the end? It looks like it because Forstner has already run 80 laps, 80 plus. Yeah, about almost. If he can finish the race, it'll be 80, 96, but it's about 82 right now. And Blevins pitted on the second caution. It looks like it's going to be a great strategy call as long as no one else has an issue tonight. He's going to do it on strategy alone. Forstner finally on pit road with 12 to go. That'll leave us with four trucks on the lead lap because Mackey is still out there. He's 13 seconds. And I'll tell you what, Adam Vinny may end up on the podium anyway because he's reeling in Mackey. Mackey is right there in front of that group, and there comes Vinny into the screen right there. We're going to be at 10 to go. .777 of Dylan Herman trying to get one of his laps back. Right to the leader. Can Mackey hang on for 9 more circuits? Does he have fuel and tires to make 9 more laps? He has slowed that truck way down. He is running almost a second slower than his fastest lap of the race right now. Adam Vinny has lost a lot of speed as well. It is not nearly the disparity in speed that it was before. It's only about 0.3. 8 remaining. Championship still undecided. But your points leader has the lead of the race. Second place in the points, 15 seconds behind him. Just got his lap back a few laps ago. Did it the old-fashioned way. 7 remaining. The gap from first to second has remained about 8.5 seconds. It is still 8.5 seconds. Kevin Spalding, new paint on the truck, and look at this. He is a top 3 driver. Vinny gets around Mackey right there and puts himself on the podium. Blevins will come out of 3 and 4. See the big full hand of fingers. The wave lap, 5 to go. Can he bring the 24 truck around 5 more times and seal this championship up? .13.5 seconds. Between the 24 and the 11, tires got to be going away. He is just skating all over the place right now. 4 to go. It's 13 seconds. Three to go. Two to go this time by. Will the tires stay on it long enough? 76 laps on those tires. We know that Forstner made it 83 or 84 laps. So, white flag. Doesn't matter what happens next. It'll all be over unless the leader crashes. This season goes to the 24 truck of Corey Blevins. Pit strategy is going to win him a championship, and it's going to close the season out. Put the 24 truck back on top. He comes out of turn 4. Checkered flag from the flag stand. Corey Blevins is your winner and your champion. Kevin Spaulding's going to come home second. He's on the same strategy as Blevins, and then Adam Vinny led the majority of this thing, got himself back on the lead lap. He comes home in third. Mackey and Boyd 4 and 5 in the running order. Bigelow was 6th, Watson, Pearson, Herman, Everett, Callis 11th, Forstner, Keir, Bojanic, Scott, Chazon, Harold, Mashburn, and DeMoore. Winner? Blowing some smoke right now, so we'll give him a second to do that. Oh, we've got to find this old feller here. And then we got to find this feller. Put him there for a minute. And then bring him to the interview room. But let's get our third place driver in here. Adam Vinny, got a copy? Hello, Adam Vinny. Adam.
Yo.
Hey, there he is. Weird pit strategies from everybody. And it looked like that pit on the second caution, or the last caution of the race, actually, is what inevitably is going to hiccup your championship tonight.
Yeah, I don't know how they made it. Really odd. But is what it is. Had ups and downs this season. I was still in the championship run. Maybe next year.
Maybe. I can tell you that there is a driver that made it even more laps than either the 24 or the 25, because the Ford truck of Mike Forster made 82 laps on fuel and tires. He pitted on the very first caution, didn't pit again until about 14 to go.
Yeah, that's wild. That's what he said. He was on original tires and that. That's crazy. I mean, I was thinking about doing it and just running out longer, but I figured I'd get in and get some fresh skins and whatnot, and hopefully they burn it up. And plus, I kind of figured I was banking on them having to go in for fuel, but that wasn't the case.
Crazy. Now, this is a crazy track to decide a championship on. It's the smallest of all the tracks you guys have been to all season long. It's the toughest because you got to be so careful getting in the corner, so careful getting out of the corner. Did that have anything to do with the way you approach this race, thinking about all of those small factors, and then, you know, the crazy pit strategies that everybody's doing, just, you know, icing on the cake, I guess?
The only thought was just go out there, run my best race. Not a super fan of this track, but it was doing well for me in the trucks. Late model stocks I'm not a big fan of, but the trucks, it's a lot of fun. Multiple lines, and yeah, no, I went out there to just give it all I had, and I definitely did that. And unfortunately, the pit strategy bit us once again. But yeah, super baffled on that for sure.
Well, it's been an awesome season no matter what. A lot of wins, a lot of podiums, and a second place in the points again. I know that is a little bit of a bitter pill, but man, it's got to give you a little motivation. Come back next season, see if you can't just, you know, start at the very top from the week one and just carry it all the way through.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I got to get back in the groove of enjoying it a whole lot more than I have been with the ups and downs. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully have fun with it next year. And man, one spot short, and it happens. I mean, you can't win them all, right?
That's right. I tell the guys every week in our drivers' meetings, the main thing about all this, no matter what else happens every night, come in here and have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the company of all the guys that you race with. If you do that, your results will start to come, my friend. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go. And at least you got back on the lead lap, man. You did a great job of passing all those trucks to get back there. So that's something. You were off the lead lap for quite a few laps there. So a really hard drive tonight, really tough drive, but gritty, and you deserve a great celebration.
Well, I appreciate that, Roger, and I appreciate you and the Dirt Racing Network always put on a fantastic show for everybody and for us. And hopefully we put on a good show for everybody, at home watching. Yeah, thank you to Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support, Port Charlotte, Lawn Care, Wabam, it's Fridge Brick Time, Velocity Race Wraps, my parents, they're on vacation right now, but they're watching, and my girlfriend, all my kids, all the support. And I want to thank God first and foremost for giving me the ability and talent to be able to do this. Wouldn't be possible without him.
All right, man. Awesome season, awesome run tonight. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, sir.
All right, thanks, buddy. Thanks, everybody.
Adam Vinny finishing in third in the race, second in the points tonight. Now we'll bring a guy up that we don't really ever get to talk to. I want Tech to check the truck. I love the paint, but we're going to have to check some mechanical stuff on the truck. Kevin Spaulding, second place tonight at the toughest racetrack on the entire schedule.
Hey, man, it worked out well tonight. The gamble on fuel there was dangerous, and it paid off tonight. I ran out on the back, and I actually had to call out. I was out, and I was putting, and I wouldn't be on the spot I'm in right now if Mr. Forstner hadn't pushed me up here.
Well, wild, because Mr. Forstner seemed to run over 80 laps on Tire and Fuels. He pitted on the first caution, and then he didn't pit again until about lap 86. So you guys were about 78 laps there.
Jeez.
You guys must have been you must have been burning a little higher octane fuel. Maybe that's why. Now we can start getting the tech line going here.
I promise. I went in on like 23.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's right there. 22. You went on lap 22. We know. We get to see it all. All the telemetry comes through, my brother. We know. We already know.
I can tell you my tires probably look like the cars they were pulling tires off of at Bristol this last weekend.
Well, those were bad. In fact, those were horribly bad, and I cannot understand all that. But an awesome run here tonight with the new paint on the truck. The old Arkham Apex Brewing Company may have to stay on for a while.
Yes, I got to thank Garrett Boyd for that. Beautiful paint on this truck tonight. She looks good. She drove good tonight. Man, thank you for all our sponsors that come. I know we're losing a couple at the end, and I can't remember many of them because I'm never up here to talk about it. But thank you to all of our sponsors. And Roger, thank you for broadcasting another great season. And man, just thanks to all these guys that come out here and do this every week. It's a lot of fun racing with all these guys.
All right, we're going to see you in the charity race on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to see this purple machine back out here again. All right, man, can't wait for that, man. Congrats on an awesome run tonight, second place. Like I said, you said it. You're not on the podium a whole lot, but we want to tell you thank you for stopping by and chatting with us. And man, go celebrate because you dang sure earned it.
Thank you, Roger. And again, I miss. Thank you to all the families and all the people who have wished me support and all the drivers who have supported me through my battle. So thank you guys.
That's all going well, I assume, because I have not asked you about it.
It's not too bad right now in the fight. So I know things can be worse, but right now they're really good. So
all right, man,
we're gonna hang on to that.
I think you're gonna need some green wheels on that truck. They're gonna show up better than the purple ones. FYI.
I think you're right.
All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna let you get out of here. Thanks for chatting with us. Keep up the good fight, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you.
Kevin Spaulding finishes second in the race. He had the points lead coming in. He knew what he had to do. He made a choice about a quarter of a way through this thing to go in and pit, get fuel and tires. Corey Blevins at the end, she looked pretty slow, but she did what she had to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just so thrilled right now. I just can't put it into words right now. I had to do something different than Adam did, and I made the choice. Pit there, and maybe it'll go green, you know. And I knew I was beat on speed tonight. Adam, he had me 100%. This is, like I said last week, not one of my better tracks. So to even win here is really cool. Even if it's on fuel mileage, I will take it.
A win is a win is a win. I noticed that you went
and a
back.
championship.
Well, that too.
And a championship.
I noticed you went back to the black and red and white truck that you strung all those wins together earlier in the season. Is there a little superstition there?
Maybe. It is my championship truck from a couple seasons ago too. So
yes, sir. I remember
knew
that. It's going to put another one. You might as well get some more stickers on that thing for championships.
Might as well. Yeah, might as well. I might want to put two-time champion on it now. I think that might look kind of cool.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Well, tonight was definitely the toughest track on the whole schedule. Interesting for a championship series was knowing how tough this place is. That gets you to approach things a little differently, but even before the race started.
A little bit, because I know it was a short track, and I was like, man, this could be a complete wreck fest, and it almost didn't matter to me how much I practiced, just because I thought that, hey, it might be a wreck fest anyways, and if I put all these laps and effort into trying to get a better time, get a better speed, only to get caught up in something, that's kind of how I looked at it. So I'm glad that's not the way it went, but that may have hurt me, a little bit, considering how much Adam was so much faster than me tonight. I can imagine he's probably really disappointed, considering that he was only 12 points behind. Had he won tonight and I finished second, I think it would have been right on there. I mean, it would have been right on the money. So,
well, still an awesome run, man. And qualifying, not always the 24 truck strong suit. And you qualified ninth. At that point, did you get a little bit nervous knowing short track?
Oh, yeah.
It could be a wreck fest. I really got to be careful because you drove up there to about fifth, and then that caution, and you went in. I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was complicated. It was like, you know what? I got to be at, because I knew right then and there, even as I was passing other trucks, it was going to be extremely hard to go up there and pass Adam. So that's what my reasoning was, is I knew that I had to do something different to try and win the championship. So, and that's what I did.
Well, a fantastic run tonight. An awesome season. You got the championship going out here, getting ready for next season. I'm sure you'll be back to defend it. Two-time champ coming in. You know the target's going to be on your back.
Oh, it'll be on my back for sure. I mean, I won 5 races of the 12-race season, and I know Adam won 4. So we won 3/4 of the races.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, yeah, it'll probably be me, Adam, Brock, probably all of us back up there again, fighting for it. So, it should be another fun season. But this is a great season. I'm happy to be with such a great group of guys, and appreciate the broadcasts, week in and week out. And Keys Architects always being on this truck, it's something I like to support my stepdad's business. Keys Architects, based out of Louisville, Kentucky. For anybody that needs any architect work done, they always looking. So,
all right, man. Well, congratulations. Thanks for chatting with us. We'll look forward to seeing you come back and defend this title next season, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Roger.
That is your race winner and season champion, the 24 truck, Corey Blevins. Vinny Blevins. It's the last 3 seasons. And they are 1-2. The last 3 seasons. So, If you're going to come in here and win races and win championships, the two trucks you're going to have to compete with on week in and week out. And Brock Bigelow is right on the verge of breaking through there. He finished 6th tonight. Brandon Mackey through this season showed he's strong. Jacob Watson, most improved driver for the season. Hands down, most improved driver for the season. No doubt. Consistently now starting to run inside the top 10, top 5. So a lot of improvement. I can't wait for these guys to come back next season. Going to be fun. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night. Netcode Esports, Mighty Midget Series, about 8:15 Eastern. We will go live right in that neighborhood. Come in and say hi. Sit and watch the Midget guys. Another great series, just like this one. They run a great show. They may not have huge card counts, but the guys get out there and they put on some great races. So come join and say hi. Otherwise, Sunday we will see you for the charity race. That is an 8 o'clock Eastern start. So make sure you mark that down and come donate if you can. There's links all over the place. If you go to the Facebook page, the Dirt Racing Network, there are links there for you to donate to the lung cancer charity. All the proceeds going to a special person that they are raising the money for to help offset costs and different things for them. So make sure that you feel generous and go over there and do that. Otherwise, come and join me on Sunday night and say hi as well. I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. With all the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we saw here tonight on championship night, there is nothing for us to cover. High fives, pats on the back all the way around. Till we see you the next time. Keep the rough side facing down.